Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is Empire of the Petal Throne. I think this is from 1975 from TSR. I've actually never played this. I've never read it. I've known of it for years. Apparently this came out, I think, a little bit after D&D, so it was another role-playing system they had. I know some people liked it, but it had its own language for certain things. I guess that turned people off. They thought it was a little silly, but we'll go through it. As far as I can tell, this copy is complete. The box has some torn corners and stuff, which is to be expected, considering how old this was, and this was a player's copy. Inside box has some torn corners too. Here's the paper that was on the back of the box. These were shrink wrapped, and then on the back, it didn't have the back of the box printed, it just had a piece of paper. And here's what it said: Tecumel, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the world of fantasy and adventure. The setting for this fantasy campaign game is an alien planet, Tecumel, where a cosmic cataclysm stranded human and extraterrestrial invaders eons past. A hostile world of poisonous flora and fauna with intelligent and vengeful native races. Mankind and its allies must battle for survival with nothing save medieval technology, but magic aids them, and there are certain supernatural powers which may intervene. This game contains 3 large maps and a book with a brief history of Tecumel, rules, descriptions of various races and creatures involved, and more. Sharing this exciting fantasy world by playing Empire of the Petal Throne. It actually sounds pretty cool. You're on an alien planet, and your medieval era humans having to deal with aliens and stuff. That sounds kind of cool, actually. Alright, here they had a... looks like it had a player aid, and they made some photocopies of it, previous owner. That's cool. Player's aid has levels of experience, equipment encumbrances, more encumbrances down here, encounters outdoors, and more equipment. And back here, specifications of all non-humans and creatures of Tecumel. So it looks like there's 68 of them. Let's see what other stuff we got. Here's a different thing here. This looks like a photocopy of something in the rules, maybe. Encounters on the Sockby roads, types of terrain. This is a die roll, maybe for an encounter here. Yeah, and encounter tables depend on type of terrain. What else do we got here? Encounters in the seas, determination of the creatures of the underworld, and encounter of the sea tables. All right, and more photocopies here. Let's get to the rulebook. Rulebook's in really good shape. Yeah, I mean, the bindings looks like it's all there. This is actually in really, yeah, not bad. I mean, a little bit of discoloration from age, but not bad. I'll call it a patina. All right, and here's some of that language I told you about. Wow, it's even got the writing here and stuff. That's pretty impressive, actually. Here's something forward written by Gary Gygax. All right, here's an introduction to the world. Pretty good artwork. More of the alien writing there. I assume that's the aliens' language there. Now it's going over character types and alignments. Yeah, I like that artwork too. This is cool. Non-human alignments. Yeah, I can see how this could drive you crazy. Here's the non-human alignments are friendly to man. Pichoi, pygmy folk, swamp folk, tinalia. Yeah, this stuff's really hard to pronounce. You can even choose professions here. Now it's going over constitution, psychic ability, dexterity, comeliness. That denotes the relative beauty or handsomeness of a character, increases in basic talents in the character record sheet. Acquisition of original skills. The guy who was original owner of this, Len got a hold of it, and then I got it from Len, but the original owner, he had a bunch of miniatures for this game too, if I recall correctly. Not sure whatever happened to those. Here are specific professional skills. Priestly skills, skills for magic users, bonus spells. Quite a bit of stuff here. Here's going over experience points and hit dice and combat here. Here's men attacking, and here's non-humans attacking. Missile fire, damage dice. Nice artwork there too. Alright, this is part 2. Starting the game, equipment. So you can get salaries of non-player characters, encounters. Yeah, here's some of those crazy words. I don't know how anyone's going to pronounce those. Hilaka. Alrighty. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't know what you call it. Oh, it's called a hoidinia or something like that. Halis, the spawn of the old ones. Yeah, this was like their monster manual section. Here's going over pygmy folk. And here's description of animals encountered, or more of it rather. Good they have pictures of some of this stuff. Now it's going over water creatures. This is cool, a Nugrutha. A Tasugu, looks like a zombie who still has his flesh. Encounters on the sea. Move into the underworld. Alright, here's part 3. The eyes. What is that? These are devices surviving from the ancient and glorious days of high technology. The most frequently encountered of those are the eyes, so named because they're shaped like small, dull gems with an eye-like aperture on one side and a protruding stud on the other, which activates the device. Interesting. That's a cool picture of them doing a siege here. Looks like it has all different eyes. Amulets. And here's availability and cost of scrolls. Special characteristics of edged weapons, magical weapons, and armor. Divine intervention, treasure determination table. More of that language there. Taxes, because you can't even escape taxes when you're playing a role-playing game. Citizenship documents. Relatives and bequests. And here's about developing non-player characters and developing other regions and cities. Appendix A, a note on pronunciation. That's what this definitely needs. The Tisoliani script, whatever that is. Oh, and here's the language stuff, the consonants and the vowels and stuff, if you want to learn this language. Though I haven't played this, I'm not surprised by the comments I've heard that people generally like the game, but the language or they're trying to force on you was annoying. That sounds pretty reasonable. Alright, let's take a look at this first map here. This doesn't look bad for 1975, this map. Let me see if I can get this camera a little higher so I can get it in a view better. Yeah, it's got some nations here with names I can't pronounce. Here's the Churstalu, whatever that is. There's 2 more maps. Let's take a look at those too. kind of a waxy paper. It's actually not bad material for a paper map. It's pretty good, actually. Alright, and there's one more map. This one's of a city. Yeah, it's not a bad map of a city. It looks pretty good. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to show everyone this old game, and if you haven't heard, I'm selling used war games on my website. Usually every week I add a new one, so take a look once a week, and have a good evening.